haircut at the end of the season.
It's for the holiday.
All good? Yes. So, ready to go? That was a heavy sigh. 38 games. 2 seasons ago, you started your Sunderland journey in Wales against a team in blue.
Yeah.
You're going to end it this season against a team in blue with one foot in Europe. It's been quite a journey.
Yeah, long journey, and really good so far. Yeah, and this game, it's a good opportunity to celebrate the end of the season at home against a strong opponent in front of our fans, and to enjoy the moment, because it's important.
Come what may, no doubt you will reflect on how good a season it's been. It'll be a shame in some respects if Sunderland didn't qualify for Europe, that people would see that perhaps as a little bit of a damp squib to end the season with.
Yeah, I don't think so, because at the minute we have 51 points, an opportunity to get 3 more points to reach 54, which is impressive for first season back in the Premier League after 8 years away. Played good football. I think we respected the identity. We grew. We learned. We improved. We struggled at times as well, which is normal in that league. And yes, we'll have an opportunity to get 3 more points. And if the planets align elsewhere, maybe something exceptional can happen. But it's not fully in our hands.
You've always said right from the start of this season there would be bumps in the road, there would be times when it was difficult, but you've always sort of, how would you describe it? You've never collapsed, you've never sort of fallen apart, you always bounce back if you had those, when you face those difficult times.
Yeah, I agree. Last we had one game really painful at home, for example. And it wasn't even from, I think, mentality perspective. It's just step back. And in this league, if the opponent is in a good day with many game changers, efficient, clinical, you can get punished really quickly, and was really painful. But players and the lads reacted really well, kept improving, kept showing good football, good mentality, and I'm really proud of the last part of the season, because it's even too early to finish, because I feel every day in the training sessions, in the mood, in the dressing room, that we still want to play football together. And the game at Everton, for example, was really good for that. The energy, the quality of football with different elements to solve on the pitch, and I think it's really good, so keep doing.
And all through the season you said you as a coach you've been learning, you know every day is a learning day. Is there any point in the season you look back at and feel that was a turning point or a big moment in the season for you personally?
Personally, I think it's about consistency, and so we didn't set a limit before, but we expected tough periods. And I think when we had those tough periods, we stayed consistent. And as a coach, as a manager, it's really important to keep the right level for the mood, for not too high, not too low. And it gives also for the daily routine stability and consistency. So I appreciated this part, I think.
And how important have the leaders been in those times? I mean, I'm thinking of Granit and Luke, and you as the head coach, how important has it been for you to carry that responsibility?
Yeah, absolutely. We need good players, we need strong characters, we need different type of personalities as well. And I think the balance was really good this season. Young players with probably less opinion about what is going on the pitch, but always ready to play with freedom, and maybe more senior players, and they understand that they will face turning points in the season, and it's really important to react. So it was a good balance, I think. Yeah.
You've talked about stability this season as well, how important that's been, and here you are facing yet another club who've been going through coaches through the season, to their third coach and a new one on the horizon. How do you view that situation?
this is football. I think in many clubs, when a team is struggling, the first target is often the manager. Sometimes it's a good decision, sometimes it's a bad decision. Overall, I think stability in a club is often the right direction, because if you want to build something, if you change with different point of view every 3, 4, 5 months, I think it's hard for the players to build something.
Chelsea was one of the earlier games in the season when you went behind but bounced back. You've done that consistently through the season. An afternoon I think a lot of people remember, if not for anything else, but Brian Brobbey and Chemsdine Talbi at the end, with Brobbey holding the ball up and Chemsdine's finish.
Yeah, it was a great moment, and probably a foundation to play away, and with this belief that it's possible to win. I remember the speech of Granit just before the game, and he spoke about belief, and it was adamant that we will win here, which is really impressive from his perspective. But it was an important win away.
And is it good to end the season at home? There'll be a bumper crowd again. The atmosphere is going to be fantastic because of everything that's at stake, and you actually have something to play for. It's not a game that one of those end of season games where neither team has anything to play.
Yeah, we showed it at Everton, I think. We want to play all the way until the last minute, and with the belief that we want to win. After that, we'll see for the outcome of the season, but at least it's already a fantastic season, and it could be even better with 3 more points, and for the rest we don't know.
Hi Regis, how's Omar Alderete ahead of Sunday?
It might be difficult. We'll make a late decision tomorrow after the training session, but should be difficult. Yeah.
Any other issues to you?
At the minute, Chemsdine will be sidelined as well. Picked up an injury, muscle injury this week, just at the end of the session, so he won't be available. Won't. Yeah.
On another player, Enzo Le Fée, how much did you enjoy his celebration against Everton? How much have you enjoyed watching Enzo Le Fée play?
I won't comment on the celebration, but I can about his football. Because it's the most important for me. After that's a question of communication. Enzo did really well. I'm really pleased with the way he plays in the central area, especially because I think it fits his profile, and not only his profile, but always also what do we need as a team in the central corridor to be vertical, to connect with Brian. It's so difficult in this league, in football in general, but in this league to score after 10, 15, 20 passes. It's often around chaotic moments, and when we get the ball in the middle, is it with Noah, Granit, and Enzo, they can go really quickly forward, and his connection with Brian is becoming impressive, and they are looking for each other all the time. Often Enzo for Brian, and Brian scores. So it's a really good connection. Yeah.
You'll have seen, obviously, this week, Aston Villa go and win the Europa League. A fantastic night for them and for the club. How much has kind of seeing those celebrations whet your appetite, motivated you even more for Sunderland to be in Europe? And who knows, maybe even one day emulate such scenes?
Yeah, Unai Emery is impressive, huh? First of all, and they are doing well at Aston Villa. We have, I think, our own journey, and 2 years ago we were in a different position. Now we are in a good place, really good place. It's important to go step by step. Sometimes when you can seize an opportunity, do it when it's on, and we did it last season, we did it this season. After that, keep improving our structure, our foundations, our ambition, and it's the most important, I think.
I asked you about this yesterday, I know, but we talked about the different permutations of how Sunderland can make it into Europe. Brentford, Brighton drop points, and you said that, someone might be keeping an eye on those scores. Have you worked out a system? Who is going to be keeping an eye without you guys getting distracted, obviously?
No, we don't. We won't do that directly. I think in the stands everywhere we'll have an information. It will be a passive workflow, I think, because for us the most important is to win. and Chelsea is a really strong opponent. We can't underestimate Chelsea. It's impossible. They have game changers. They have talent everywhere on the pitch. So we'll have to play our best football, and it's enough.
Just very, very fun from me. This Sunday will be a year ago to the day at Wembley, that incredible day at Wembley. Would qualifying for Europe be an even bigger achievement, would you say, for this club, considering where the club has come from?
No, it's a different stage of our journey. I think Wembley was fantastic. The connection with our fans. The moment was really impressive. We don't know what would happen in the future, but if we stay, I repeat, connected with the identity, playing with our 12th man on Sunday, maybe we can beat Chelsea, and after that we'll see.
Thank you.
Oh, geez. If you were to review your season up to this point, how would you describe it, and would that description change if you qualify for Europe?
It's really challenging. I think this is probably demanding and challenging are the two words I have in my mind at the minute. And in front of that, we showed identity, consistency, togetherness. So this is what I can say after this season. I hope it will be the case against Chelsea on Sunday once again.
Yeah, would that description change though if you get to
I don't think so, because it's already a perfect season. And after that, I repeat, it's not in our hands. So what we can conquer at the minute, just the game against Chelsea, and it's more than enough.
And just to build off Andy's question around Wembley, this game being a must-win one, almost feels a bit like a final. Can you kind of build off your experiences at Wembley on Sunday?
I think it's going to be a different experience. Chelsea has something to play as well. They want to qualify for Europe. But it's not the same environment, it's not the same moment, it's not the same stage for this group as well. Last season we went through a marathon with players who played together in the championship before, some of them in League One as well. So it was more or less the end of the journey, and this year it's going to be a different environment, different moment of our stage. It's more or less the beginning of a new journey, I think. So we'll see. Yeah.
And it's finally just the time of season where people are starting to look towards the World Cup in America. Who are your favourites for the tournament?
Hard to say. If we speak about talents, it's always the same teams. But after that, you'll have the dynamic and the momentum in the competition. And before playing it, you don't know what will happen. So it's always like that, and I hope it will be a surprise. If France, England can play well, it's going to be good for football.
Regis, Andy and Adam both mentioned Wembley last year, but given this game is at the Cinema Lights, is it perhaps also possible that you could draw comparisons to the Coventry game?
Yeah.
And if so, how would you do that?
Yes, it would be different because it was the second leg, and with something to defend, because we won away before and it wasn't easy to manage. To be fair, when we conceded the goal, I felt that the team played better, because now we had to win something, and it's not always easy to manage this situation. Against Chelsea, we only have something to win, so nothing to lose, to be fair. So it's a perfect situation, and I hope we enjoy it.
And just on that, what did you say in your team talks for those games, Coventry, Wembley last season? Will there be similar team talks to Sunday?
I don't remember. It's going to be different, for sure, because I can't use the same story. It's always different, always something new to create. And just want to enjoy the moment. I repeat, stay competitive, keep pushing forward as a team, because I feel that we are improving every day. So it's another opportunity to go further.
Great, cheers guys. Cameras off, please.